When you open Terraria and start a new playthrough, you have to choose one of 4 classes to play as. I mainly play as Summoner, but in this video, I will beat the game while playing as each class to figure out which one is the best. I went ahead and made 4 new classic characters and 4 new small classic worlds for each class. For Mage and Range, it's Corruption, but for Melee and Summoner, it's Crimson. And last, before we begin, I used just a few simple mods that don't change too much, but just help for convenience. The first thing I do when I start a world is make a house, start a elevator, then I go out and start collecting loot. Alright, so I think the first thing I'm gonna do is try to find a cave. Underground, desert, not too crazy. Okay, actually, I think this isn't too bad, because with your distracting neighbor, it's like a thing I didn't know. Never mind, let's not do that, okay. When I got back up to base after being underground for a while, I crafted up all my ores into bars and I started on my elevator a little bit. Then once morning was over, I went to the underground desert for some reason. Base look. Guess we got our first weapon. From this point on until I have Cthulhu, I was just working on getting better armor, weapons, and upgrading my base and getting a little bit of NPCs. Alright. Where am I? Okay, are you joking? Are you fucking kidding me? After that easy victory against the worm and the eye, I started to regret doing this in normal mode. I wish I did it in master so I got the worm scarf and the shield of Cthulhu. But if I did do it in master, it would have taken way too long. Maybe I'll do master mode for the other classes. I waited for the meteor to come down so I can get my new armor and my new weapon. I was gonna get a few more things I needed, then I was off to kill Queen Bee. Oh, a meteor, finally. For the rest of the night, I ran around and collected some fallen stars, but in the morning, goblins tried to invade. Alright, I just completed the goblin army. Nice. What do you do after that, right? You go into the underground, you look for the little booger, right? You look for him tied up. Normally doesn't take that long. He took forever to find. I don't know what it was this time, but I just could not find him anywhere. Oh my god, thank goodness. Okay, we are back. This is my second day doing this. We are Mage. We are currently, we need to do Queen Bee. That's the next boss. King Slime, I'm not really worried about. Queen Bee, Skeletron, Wall of Flesh. I think I have everything I need for Queen Bee, right? I don't really remember, honestly, but, this should be good enough. I made my way into the underground jungle just so I could do this to the beehive. What happens if I do this? Oh my god. And I made a simple arena to show Queen Bee in. Good to start. Let's go. I killed Queen Bee one more time before making my way back to surface. At surface, I upgraded a little bit of my accessories before making my way to the dungeon to take on Skeletron. After landing perfectly on my feet, I went back to base, upgraded a little bit more of my accessories, and made my way into the dungeon. Oh, what the fuck? After I get back to base, I test out my new weapons. Then I head to the shimmer so I can shimmer a mana crystal and a fruit, so I can get 2 permanent buffs. Then I go to the underworld so I can loot the shadow chest, and while I'm down there I collect a little bit of hailstone, upgrading my accessories once again, then making a wall of flesh arena to prepare for hard mode. Once that's done, I fight the wall of flesh. After that really close fight, the first thing I did after hard mode was go to the corruption and break all the demon altars, killing off all the hardened souls. Then I went to the shiny so I could turn my emblem into the sorcerer emblem, and while I was down there I found the wizard. After that, I just went down underground trying to get all the ores, collecting other things like souls of light, souls of night, crystal shards, and just upgrading my loot and my accessories in general. At one point, I needed to get 2 nature's gifts, but I hadn't found any, so I tried to make a farm for it, but it didn't really work. Okay, this is where the mods start getting a little bit OP. Usually when I play Terraria, I play master mode in a medium-sized world. Since I'm doing 4 playthroughs, I thought each playthrough was just gonna be quick. That's why I made it a small world and on casual mode. But I think the thought of it being like a fast playthrough got to me too much. Because I'm not gonna lie, I started doing money glitches. That didn't really have anything to do with the mods though, but the mods, one of the mods that I used has NPCs that can sell you things that aren't supposed to be sold. That's why I was using my accessories so much. I'm not gonna use any of those mods for like my next class playthroughs. I'm gonna keep it more vanilla. And I'm also not gonna be doing no more money glitch. Okay, enough funny business. Let's get back to the video. Skeletron Prime, the Destroyer, and the Twins all defeated. I farm up some extra hollow bars and some souls. Then I craft my armor and tools before heading into the jungle. In the jungle, I make a simple Terraria arena, which happens to be right next to the jungle temple. And once I'm ready, I spawn in Terraria. Would you look where we are? I easily take out Plantera and then continue to easily make my way through the jungle temple. Upon arriving into the main room, I make a simple arena. And then I summon After defeating Golem, he luckily drops the Pixel first try, so I can mine up the summon thingy and I can summon him at my base. I farm him just a few more times. I head into the dungeon so I can get my new armor. After I get everything I need from the dungeon, I go back to base and I start up the company. After that, I start the Frost Move. After those two events were done, I used a summon to summon a Martian Saucer. And I did this quite a few times. And I finally got the weapon I was trying to get. Then I made a summon for Betsy. And I fought Betsy a few times and I tried to get the Mage weapon from it. Because it does, I think, a 40% debuff. And it's just super OP. I bought an ocean teleportation potion, and then I summoned Duke Fishron. Dropped the Razor Blade Typhoon first try, thankfully, and then I went and searched for the butterfly so I could summon Empress of Light. I fought Empress of Light a few times, but this was the hardest boss I fought yet. No way. I'm so bad. Pray. Yes. No way. I'm actually trash. Oh. Then I made my way to the dungeon so I could fight lunatic cultists. And here we go. Lunatic cultist defeated, I immediately started destroying the cultists. All the pillars destroyed, the only thing left to do is kill Moonlord. Boom! Mage done. Melee might be a little different, but Mage done first actual Mage fucking playthrough done. I wanted to get the Nebula armor, so I fought Moonlord, Lunatic Cultist, and the Pillars, I think 2 more times. And then I made a summon for Moonlord and just fought him a bunch. If you watched the whole video, please subscribe and comment down below what you thought of it. And let me know what I should change about the next one. The next video is probably going to be melee class. But that's all. Thanks for watching, y'all. I'll see y'all.